Hi, welcome along to AFTV. The breaking news that's come out today, news that we knew that was going to be happening, is that Emile Smith-Rowe has left Arsenal and signed for Fulham. It is official today. Fulham announcing the signing of Emile Smith-Rowe. Got some details on it. The initial fee is £27 million guaranteed, with £7 million in add-ons, realistic add-ons, which means that fee is going to rise to £34 million. A club record for Fulham. A lot of money in for Arsenal, just below the club record, which they got for Balogun. But £34 million. Arsenal have also inserted a sell-on clause in the deal, which would give them more than 10% if Emile Smith-Rowe is sold. So official, he has left the club. Really sad news. I've got to say, the amount of people that I have spoken to have just been like, they get it, they understand it, but they're sad. This was a player that was very, very loved at Arsenal. This is a player that kind of, him and Saka brought us back from, maybe the abyss is too harsh to say, but has got pride back into Arsenal after a really tough time. The two young players, Emile Smith-Rowe and also Saka, they came along, breath of fresh air, two academy players, really lifting us out of the doldrums. And it is really, really sad to see him go. And you can see a lot of people reacting to the news. Let me see if I can get some quotes in from the various different people in, impacted and talking and discussing the news. First of all, I had the quote here, lost it from Mikel Arteta, but Mikel Arteta is saying that Emile Smith-Rowe's commitment, attitude and energy every day was first class, always stepping up when the team needed him. He came into the first team and was instrumental during a difficult moment for us. He created an important impression with us, strong performances, making our supporters proud. I'm sad that Emile is leaving us, but excited for him to take this new opportunity at this stage of his career when he needs to be starting matches and playing regularly. Emile is loved by everybody at the club and leaves with our gratitude, absolute respect and best wishes. We all wish Emile and his family well at Fulham. So great words. You don't always hear, such gushing praise for a player when they leave a club from the current manager. But, basically Arteta saying there that, listen, he needs to play. We understand that. That's the reason why we sold him. But very, very grateful. I think really reflecting what a lot of the fans have been saying today. Edu also made a comment on it. He said Emile Smith-Rowe is loved by us, by everybody at the club. He has been with us for many years and we are proud that he has developed through our academy system into our first team. It's been a positive collaboration to find the right place for Emile, where he will continue to grow and make his mark on the Premier League. We have completed an important and positive deal for everyone. We thank Emile for everything he gave to Arsenal and we wish him well in the next stage of his career. Again, Edu's suggesting there that, this is a deal that's been mutually met, because we did know that Arsenal have resisted the temptation to sell Emile Smith-Rowe on a couple of occasions, most notably to Aston Villa. They wanted to sign him a couple of times for around about £35 million. That was turned down by Arsenal. But now it's reached a stage, I think, where it's a mutual thing. The player himself, Emile Smith-Rowe, wants to play. He's a talented footballer. Remember, he had broken into the England team, was doing well. Then he got struck down by a series of injuries that kept him out of the Arsenal team long term. And then, this is the ruthless nature of football, was just not able to get himself back into the team. You know what I mean? This is what happens in football. Players get signed, the team's doing well. You're carrying a little niggly injury and you just can't get back to, number one, the level that you was quite at for quite a while. And you want to play. You want to play week in, week out, but you just can't, get back into that first team. And for a player of his quality, he needs to be playing football week in, week out. And as I said, this is a mutual one where the manager and Edu have both said, listen, right, let's get you to a place where you really want to go, where you're going to play, where we'll get a good fee as well. And everybody is really, really happy. So a sad day, in my opinion, a sad day for all Arsenal fans, a sad day for Emile Smith-Rowe. I remember the story speaking to the scout who actually scouted him in the first place. He told me that Emile Smith-Rowe had been, at Chelsea, and Chelsea had got rid of him. And he had actually gone to watch another player play, saw Emile Smith-Rowe play and thought, nah, this kid's got talent, got him in at Arsenal, and the rest has been history. And I really genuinely feel, just like what Mikel Arteta says, I really want to see this player do well at Fulham, because I think we all know, had Emile Smith-Rowe been fit, he would still be an Arsenal player. Not only would he still be an Arsenal player, he'd be one of the most important players at Arsenal, just like Saka is. It's only been because of the amount of injuries that he's had that has kept him out of the team. Now, this is a chance for him as an individual to go, to rebuild his career. He's at a good club with a good manager. Marco Silva plays really good football at Fulham. He's still in London. Remember, he's originally from Croydon. He's got the nickname, the Croydon De Bruyne. So he's still going to be, in and around the same sort of area. And Fulham are a good club. Fulham are a club on the up. They're spending money. They're doing well. Remember, last season, we didn't beat them. They took 4 points off us last season, Fulham. So he's a great addition to them. And they're showing a lot of ambition by signing him. And I genuinely wish him well. It's one of those ones that he's gone to Fulham. I hope they don't take this personally, but we'll probably be looking at them and say they're not a serious threat to any league ambitions that we've got, even though, as I said, they did take 4 points off us. The goodwill might not have been the same if he'd have gone to a Man United or somebody like that. But I think it's a great move for him. I really do. And, we are very grateful to have had him come through and do what he did at that time. And it's a player that I've met as well. And such a humble person, such a nice person, and a person that when you spoke to him, you could feel that he loves Arsenal Football Club. And regardless of the fact that he's gone to Fulham, this is a player that will continue to love Arsenal Football Club. Of course, he's a professional footballer, and professional footballers want to, carry out their profession, which is playing football at the highest level. And by him staying at Fulham, he'll be able to do that. So wishing him all the success in the future, hoping that he can get himself back into that England squad as well. The opportunities are going to be there now that the manager's changed as well. So it's all ahead of him, all ahead of Emile Smith-Rowe. So good luck going out to him. So once again, the news is today that Emile Smith-Rowe has signed for Fulham, long-term contract, a deal worth £27 million plus £7 million in add-ons. Realistic add-ons was going to take it up to £34 million. Arsenal have also inserted a 10% sell-on clause into the contract. So a very good deal for Arsenal. But he leaves with the best wishes of the fans. He leaves with the best wishes of the manager and Edu and all the staff at Arsenal. Emile Smith-Rowe, we wish you all the best in the future. But a really sad day, but this is football. And, after this sad day, the reality of it tomorrow is on Transfer Daily, there are going to be other players linked to Arsenal that I'll be hoping that are going to come in. And that's how football works, unfortunately. And that's why professionals sometimes have to move on for the sake of their career. So all the best going out to Emile Smith-Rowe. He has left Arsenal, and wishing him all the best.